listen. If you think or it may seem like you're a people pleaser, or you just like to go along to get along, or you think kindness is usually the best answer, look, you need to put your foot down. You need to tell people to step off. You need to tell people to shut it down, to get out of the way, to look, listen, get with it. It helps everyone in the situation. So I'm working with the kids today, working in different classrooms, and then working in the cafeteria. And so starting with the one class where I was just, there were a lot of kids just not listening, just kind of going off and doing their own thing. And, I'm feeling a little tired today, so I just got to the point where I'm like, just knock it down, just nip things in the bud, just stamp out the fuses as they're going, or it's just like, no, stop, move, sit, go over here, that's not right, you know that, do this, do that, just make it happen. And you know me, I like to have fun. I like to have lots and lots and lots of fun. So that can still exist, but we need to diminish and eventually get rid of this part of ourselves that feels the need to just go along to get along, to just be kind. Kindness is always the best answer, because it's not. And what ends up happening is when you nip things in the bud, when you put out those small fires, when you turn into a real, true blue executor, and you start things and you end things, not only do people respect you more, but they can have more fun with you because they respect you, right? So I used to classify myself as the people pleaser, but has a lot of fun, right? So it's like, oh, well, the kids may not respect me that much, but hey, they still like me the best because I'm the most fun. I'm the most fun teacher. Woohoo! And that was awesome for a little while, but then it got to the point where I finally stomped my own feet down and said to myself, I drew my own line in my own sand, saying, you know what? Fun is fun, and that's awesome, but I want respect too. And, I saw these teachers that were being really hard on the kids, and they got the respect, but they didn't get the playfulness from the kids. They got the respect, they got the compliance, but little to none of the playfulness. And that's another imbalance. Being too playful, being too kind, that's an imbalance. Being too strict, too stern, too much of an executor, that's an imbalance. And just as a reminder, as I'm saying all these things, these traits, these situations can translate to all parts of life, to our relationship, to our business, to our work, to our family, to our friends, to all of it, to the work, to the business, and back around again. Even doing simple things like getting groceries. It all relates. It all is interrelated. So we have this balance that we're trying to get going. We want to be an executor. We want to be a dominator. We want to make things happen for ourselves. We want to tell people, places, and things to act right, to fall in line, or else, right? We want that to an extent, but we don't want too much of that. And even though it's more rare, we don't want too much playfulness. I'm saying that's rare because I've been around, hung out with enough adults, and playfulness is generally a rarity. So we're not talking much about that, oh, stop being so playful. That's a rarity in and of itself. So what we want is, among the general adult populace, we want the execution and we want the playfulness, which is in the same category as the kindness and the people-pleasing, right? We want to be kind and people-pleasing and playful and fun, and balancing that out with executing, with making things happen. We want that balance. And here's the kicker, people-pleasers, the go-along, the get-along people. The kindness is the answer, people. Listen up, overly kind people. When you put your foot down, when you start executing, when you start wanting what you want and acting upon that, it's not being selfish. It's being human. Get it going. Get what you want. Just don't fall too far into being an executor, because then you stifle your own self up, right? It's not making other people angry or uncomfortable. The real discomfort, the real pain comes in your own stagnation, your own stiffness, right? But if you're an overly kind person, you don't really fall into that unless it's in terms of things like stiff overthinking. So what we want to do is strike that balance. If you're a people pleaser, an overly kind person, just start executing without overthinking, and more specifically, without overthinking about what other people might think or say or feel about it. Just execute. Just get what you want. It's a win-win, because not only are you getting what you want, you get the respect over time. This isn't an overnight sensation. This isn't going to happen, with a few hours of practice. This is a process. Definitely a process. But it's worth it. Striking that balance of executing, getting respect, and being kind and fun and playful, and people are kind and fun and playful to you. You're getting what you want. You're getting stuff done, and you're having an awesome time doing it. It's awesome. Strike that balance. Get it done. Have some fun. Check out my other stuff. There's more fun and more execution. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's party.